Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another video for you today. So Palantir, we have a couple of things I want to touch on today. One, their usage of SPACs and their investments and how they are actually buying future revenues. We're going to have a look into that because it's very, very specific to what Palantir is doing, what their products could actually deliver in the future. It's very smart from them to do that way. And we're going to touch on right now on why the stock actually dropped 3% suddenly in the middle of the day. So we have here another headline, if I might say, on the New York Post. FBI Palantir glitch allowed unauthorized access to private data. So they're talking here about Palantir Gotham. So the FBI has been working on a case regarding Virgil Griffith, a hacker that has been accused, and apparently 4 employees have accessed those documents. Now, why is this not such a big deal and why is this just another case of headline grabbing? Well, we can see it right here. When data is loaded onto the platform, the default setting is set to permit access to the data to other FBI personnel otherwise authorized to access the platform. So why is this not such a big deal? Well, because this is something that usually they should have known well in advance. This is a default setting that everyone has to change for themselves. If one employee could have access to that document or to that group, let's say, then they should change that to only that group of personnel or that group of agents. If they don't, then change it as well. Now, I do want to note that I find it a bit weird that the default setting is that everybody can get access to those documents. Obviously, maybe that might change in the future, but right now this is something that was known well in advance. So again, just another case of weird headlines out there, and maybe just another opportunity for retail investors to enjoy that, because obviously big hedge funds, algos, bots, etc. all read those negative headlines and then they can automatically sell millions of shares without even thinking twice. So I hope that clears what happened yesterday. Now, before I jump into the whole SPAC thing, I just want to thank today's sponsor, The Motley Fool. And again, these are my views and my views only. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me find the latest growth stock and innovative company. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services, the Fool offers. Through the Motley Fool's stock advisor service, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor's average stock picks have returned over 500%. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more this year, you can visit www.fool.com/couchinvestor or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if Stock Advisor is right for you. Now let's dive into this. Alright, so if you've been following Palantir for a while, you know that Palantir has been investing in smaller startups, most of them SPACs. Now, in their documents, actually, it's been officially announced that they're actually investing in those couple of ones. So we can see here it's a total of 25 million shares worth a total of $250 million. But what I found very interesting is that their initial amount that they're investing in those companies is a little bit smaller to what those companies actually have committed that they're going to spend on Palantir services, mostly Palantir Foundry. So let's take these 3 ones right here: Sarcos Robotics, Roivent Sciences, and Celularity. Maybe I pronounced it wrong, I don't know. So the first one, Palantir committed $21 million. So in their filings here, we can see that Palantir is investing $21 million as part of the merger transaction. But as you can see right here, on April 4, 2021, the company entered into an agreement with Palantir Technologies in which the company would commit to utilize software and services from Palantir over the next 6 years for a total of $42 million. So basically they're going to spend double of what Palantir has invested in that company. Moving on to the next one, Celularity. Palantir agreed to $20 million of investment. And as you can see here, Celularity and Palantir entered into a 5-year, $40 million agreement by which Celularity will use Palantir's Foundry platform to accelerate and advance Celularity programs. So again here, Palantir invests 20 million and then Celularity spends double that on Palantir Foundry. And now the last one, which was Roivent Sciences, Palantir is investing $30 million into that company. And Roivent Sciences is going to spend $39 million in the next 5 years. So yes, you could say that Palantir is actually buying future revenues. Now, in most cases, that might sound weird, but in this case, they're actually investing into maybe potential multi-billion dollars companies in the future, small startups that are getting access to top-of-the-line, top-class software such as Palantir Foundry, usually that has been used by government, obviously through Gotham, or by just blue-chip companies that usually pay way more to use that program. Now, usually in the tech world, in the business world, smaller startups don't really get access to the same software as huge ones. Now, with Palantir doing this, it's actually going the other way around. They are actually maybe scaling downwards to smaller businesses, which might actually make a lot of sense because, well, first up, they are buying, let's say, future call options because they are investing in that company. And if the software that they are selling, which is basically their main product, is actually working like it should be, then those companies will probably beat their competitors because they have access to lots of data. They have access to top-of-the-line software that usually other smaller competitors do not have. So in the future, not only will Palantir have obviously great clients that just become bigger and bigger and that might spend more and more, they also have a great investment in that company. So yes, you can call that future call options. The last two things I want to mention is that first up, Palantir, because, well, they're investing in those multiple SPACs, multiple little startups, they can use that to their advantage even more by maybe introducing two companies that might maybe work together very well. Since both of them are using the same product, which is Palantir Foundry, maybe they can make use of each other's data and improve their overall bottom line, supply chain, etc. If they're all in the e-commerce segment, which some of those SPACs are, they can certainly help each other out. And this is great for Palantir, this is great for Palantir Foundry, and obviously their investment as well. Second of all, since Palantir is investing in those smaller startups, those smaller companies, later on with all the data that gets collected, with every improvement that gets made, they can use that to leverage larger deals, to go to larger companies and say, look, we managed to take this $100, $200, $500 million company and make it a $5 billion company, a $10 billion company, thanks to our product, thanks to Foundry for Builders. They will be able to use that as leverage to upsell their products to those big, larger cap, mega cap companies. And that's obviously just the tip of the iceberg. They can do so much more with all of their products. They can do so much more with their predictions, with their data. If you paid attention, you might notice that actually in the ARC Genomics ETF, Palantir is there as well. Why is that? Well, I don't know, this is just speculations, but maybe they might go into predictive biology. Who knows, that might be a thing, but you will be able to do so much more in the next couple of years. In 10 years, Palantir is going to be just another monster company. I don't want to call it a $1 trillion company, but you see where I'm going with this. Now, to conclude this video, I'm very bullish on Palantir. I've been bullish for months now. All the videos, most of them will be in the top right corner. Now let me know down in the comments below what you think about Palantir. Have you been buying this recent 3% dip because of those headlines? Let me know what you think about Palantir for Builders down in the comments below. And that will be it for this video. If you liked it, consider leaving a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. And as always guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye.